Just your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And we're gonna play this intro and get started.
He say, basement, boxing tall. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a boof up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, but I'm trying to learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And we're gonna have a good show today. Let me get some things together real quick. Okay, I'm back. Like I say, this is your boy Basement, man. And today we gonna talk boxing. We got the big fight today, the Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez fight is going on. We got that coming on tonight. Uh we had the women's fighting tonight going on. We have fights. This is lined up week after week after week after week. And I'm trying to see if we're gonna see if the guys gonna come in on the panel today. If not, we'll keep the show rolling. I appreciate everybody for coming out and being supportive of the channel. And yeah. Oh, let's see. Tyson Fury. Let's go. We'll start from last week. If the people on the panel want to they get jump in, it's cool. We can start over. We get their comments and what they think what they think about what went on last week. But last week we had Tyson Fury and Dillian White, and it was no surprise to me what happened. I called it. I said it was going in 5. It happened in 6. Uh, it was a good fight though. It was a good fight. I mean, Dillian White, he put his effort in, but the outcome we knew was going to be Tyson Fury. Okay, we got my good brother jumping in the building. Yeah, what's good? We got the good brother Black Star Sports TV in the
Hey,
building.
salute, good bro. How you doing today?
Oh man, my mic, man.
Good. Oh, you mean? Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I'm there. How you
Oh, that.
doing, good brother?
All right, my brother. How's everything? It's good today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what we like, man. Yes, indeed. Man, we got some action today, huh?
Yes, sir. We do got some action today.
Sure, y'all had some action this week over there in Cleveland, didn't you?
Yeah, it was they had the amateur fights going on in Cleveland, Ohio, uh all this week, from
Yes.
last week and this week. And
Yes.
I want to give shout out to Hurricane AD, and I want to give a shout out to $1 Million Baby, 2 kids from Cincinnati
And,
prospect. It's
and
coming
her
up.
brother.
Right, that's why I said Hurricane AD.
Oh, wait, well, there we go.
They both won.
Yeah.
They both won in their weight classes in the Cleveland Regional. So they both are ranked number one. I think she's ranked number one in the girls at 90 pounds, and he's ranked number one boys at 60 pounds. So
Wow.
shout out to Hurricane AD and $1 Million Baby.
How many is that for now, man? That's what,
She's 5-time champion now.
5 times already.
Yeah,
Damn.
5 times already.
Man, yeah, you sent me that video, man. She got that standing 8, man. I said, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
Yes, sir.
SD, she want my lunch money. She got it. You go on take it. I might have some more next week. Come back and get that too.
Yeah. So tell me, give me your thoughts on last week's fights, man. The Dillian White and Tyson Fury.
Man. Yeah, I was hoping Troy was going to pull up, but he ain't pull up. He ain't had a heart.
Hey, I still have yet to hear from Troy.
Look, I
If
pulled up.
anybody's out there who knows Troy Graham, please tell Troy Graham to show up on Basement Boxing Talk or Black Star Sports TV show and just answer our questions. So we have a few Dillian White questions for him. That's all.
Man, I
We
was
putting
look.
the APV out on Troy
Oh,
Graham.
Troy. Yeah, don't look for Waldo. She's trying to find Troy. Look, when I pulled up on he had a late live one night, man. I got in, I pulled on there for a little bit. I couldn't stay on that long, but I had to heckle him a little bit. But as far as the fight go, man, I wasn't even anticipated. I really ain't really care. But only thing I was hoping to happen was, like I told the watcher, I said, man, as long as somebody get knocked out, I'm happy. And that's exactly what happened. So hey, I'm good. Dylan White go timber. Down goes Dylan. Down goes Dylan. I love it. He's out of there. No more of that. 500 days, 600 days. He ain't got to worry about none of that no more. All that quiet crickets around this camp now. So now we can get back to some type of normalcy now. Word is now, Wilder's number one now in WBC. They're talking about having him fight the winner of Joe Joyce and Parker, for the title, which is possible if Tyson Fury does actually step out, which it looked like he is. But I would have thought he would try to hung around, at least have that one big undisputed fight. I mean, if y'all could sell 94,000 to that bum bash, why not try to hang on and have that one big mega fight? I mean, he's the best ever. He could beat Ali now, according to Shakur Stevenson, which I can't understand. I like to have Shakur on here so I can ask him personally. He got to explain that. He got to make me understand, because I can't find the reasoning. I know Coach is big on Shakur, and we are too. But what he said right there got me questioning. I don't know.
Repeat that again. Repeat that again.
Yeah. Which part about
You
what
said what
Shakur
he
said?
what he got you questioning?
Yeah, he said that Tyson Fury could beat Muhammad Ali if they was going up against each other. He picked Tyson Fury to beat Ali. I can't see the reason, so I need him to explain that to me. Maybe it's something he see I don't, because hey, I doubt that seriously. I mean, I never seen a fighter get so much credit. I mean, they was dropping turds on him, just before Deontay Wilder come around. All of a sudden now, let's pick him up out the dirt. Let's get all the doo-doo off of him, and let's put him on top of the mountain. Now he's the best ever. Look at him. Look at what he did. Knocked Dillian White out. What does that mean? He beat Deontay Wilder, even though he sucks. But what does that mean, right? Of course, I mean they're not even consistent in the logic. So I'm like, I don't understand how he go from being a turd to just automatic greatness. I don't get it. Maybe we understand what's partial to it. I mean, he got the.
I mean, I think a lot got to do with him beating Wilder. And I mean, I understand. I thought Fury would probably go for undisputed too, but I don't think. Let's play the role. You see, he went through 3 tough fights with Wilder, and he just had the fight with Dillian White. So out of the last 3 years, he had 4 fights, right? Yeah. We say 3 years. 3 years, 4 fights. He made a lot of money. His body went through a lot too, coming from where he was at to get in, even to the half shape that he was in for the Deontay Wilder's fights, and the punishment that he took in the Deontay Wilder fights. I think it might be over though, because I don't think if Usyk beats AJ again, which I believe he will. I don't think AJ made the proper adjustments for this one. Shout out to Capital Punishment and Jack Tripper on Instagram, bro. I see you guys.
Salute to you.
If Usyk wins against Anthony Johnson, I mean, if he wins against AJ, I don't see him fighting Tyson Fury. I think that's too easy of a fight for Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So I figure some way, somehow, Usyk's gonna be able to duck or move around Tyson Fury.
Yeah, they may allow that. You're right about that. But I also agree with what you're saying about AJ not making the proper adjustments. I thought he was on the right track when he came out here to Houston and he got around some American trainers. I mean, Lennox Lewis has been trying to help this dude for the longest. He keep giving him good advice. He keep rejecting it. He keep getting in his feelings. He keep getting his ego all boosted up, feeling like he knows something. But he don't know. I mean, you went out there and you lost to the Mexican tub of lords who don't, for some reason. I don't. What's going on with Andy Ruiz? I mean, that's another subject. But we can tap into that a little while if you like. But you lost to this cat. You came back and you outboxed him. And now you thought you was a boxer. So you got so much accolades and so much congratulations and pats on the back and wow, you're great 2-time. And then you go out there against Usyk, a way more technical boxer than the guy you just got credit for beating. And you jump in there and say, well, I'm going to do the same thing because everybody liked it so much last time. Abandon all the stuff that you do well to go out there and try to do something that the other guy does well, and he mops your ass.
Right.
And you can't connect the dots and realize, well, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that. So that tell me up here he ain't all together well. So I totally agree with you. But if he had the smarts and he listened to Lennox Lewis, I don't know why these cats is rejecting him. I don't understand it. He's still the best heavyweight to ever come out of there. UK can't attach themselves to another heavyweight that's even close to Lennox Lewis. And they can talk all this stuff about, Tyson Fury is better than Lennox Lewis and this not, man, that's a bunch of hogwash. Lennox Lewis would knock Tyson Fury ass smooth the fuck out. He wouldn't and the thing is, it's not like he beat Wilder, but he went through the whole division. He hasn't done that either. There's young guys out here like Sanchez who moves around a lot too. How is he going to respond to a guy that when he moves can move along with him? How is he going to do in that match? We ain't seen that. You got a young guy, Jared Anderson, who got the nice pop. He got the precision. That's another nice test for him. And from what I understand, when they be sparring, he be beating on his ass. So, it ain't like he just a clear cut. That's number one. But he inherits all this because of the Wilder situation. And I understand because the perception was he was the baddest man, but according to us. But those guys over there always said he sucked. But all of a sudden, when he lost, he was the greatest thing that sucks.
Shout out to Bruce Goes in the building. Bruce, my bad. He changed his name. It's Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas, boxing and jazz and more. Salute to the good brother.
Oh, wait a minute. Bruce, you got the cheap gas prices, man. I need you to drop the link. You got the cheap gas prices.
Hey, he talking about that other diesel. He talking about that other diesel.
Man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Had a nice holiday the other day. 420.
Yes, sir.
Man.
So, like I was telling the chat, I believe that Tyson Fury did what Bruce said. Put that up. Hey, Bruce. Hey, like I said, man, I believe that Tyson Fury did what we said he was going to do. He came to conquer to do what he did. Dillian White had a few things to say later on after the fight. And he said that some things I have read, he said that the reason why he went down so hard was the push. But it was like, homie, like, was the push a lay down or what? Because, I mean, a lot of people say Dillian White was knocked out on his feet. Give me your opinion. Would you think Dillian White was knocked out on his feet?
I'm when he went down, we was like, what's going on? He got caught. Woo, everybody do the Dillian White. He goes down. He gets back up. The referee looks at him. He looks at the referee steady. Then when the referee tries to examine, all of a sudden he goes into the. And then after the fight, you're going to come up with an excuse. Oh, he pushed me. That's what the reason. Well, okay, what was all that extra staggering for then? I mean,
right.
Consistent. Like, man,
right.
You got to take that L, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, I thought it was coming in the 5th round. Trying to call it. He knocked him out in the 6th round. Let's see. Before we get to talking about the good stuff for today, man, what happened this week in boxing, man? What's going on? What else happened this week in boxing?
This week,
everybody's talking about the same thing. Crawford and Spence. Yeah, and I'm really trying to stay away from the Crawford and Spence thing, bro.
Yeah, but you said Crawford. You said it. So I got to get in his ass right now. Because somebody got to make me understand. I can't understand. I mean, he told Earl, keep the belts warm. On Twitter finger. He goes and does an interview on some other obscure podcast, like he always does. Obscure out there somewhere. I don't know what. I don't even think they was a boxing podcast. I think they was in the finance. He gets an interview where they talk about nothing. They don't talk about the fight. They don't talk about the possibility of the fight. Why you gonna fight? Why you not gonna fight? And even further than that, before Earl even fought Ugas, how come you ain't signed a damn 2-fight deal at PBC? What you waiting on, man? Hand is in trouble. He out of there. Bob Ehrman's over there. He said you ain't looking right. You mentally ain't stable because you fight Earl now. You not mentally there. I don't believe you right. So he don't believe in you. And he came out publicly and said something. So why would you go back sign that? Where are you going to go? You going to call Oscar? Call Oscar. Or you going to call Floyd? That only bring you back to the PBC. What you going to do? Where you at, man? If you signed that deal, you would have had your punk ass in AT&T Stadium. You would have walked in the ring, and we would have had the moment that all the fans been waiting. We would have had it. It was right there. It would have set the whole thing in motion. By now, we would have a signed fight already. I know it because we would have forced that. But you sit back in the cut, can't nobody find you. Oh no, wait a minute. He over there at the snack program. Let's Victor Conti. Yeah, what you got now? Oh, I'm gonna work some more. And then some people come out and say, well, he didn't just do it for Earl. He's been in there for well, think about this. Let me enlighten you all about a certain little fact. He's been talking about fighting Earl since 2017. You think he ain't been preparing for this ass whooping? Because it's an ass whooping coming. And I don't give a damn snack, fucking Ritz, fucking he can go see Canelo and get some of that Mexican meat. I don't give a fuck what he do. The ass whooping is coming. Ain't nothing he can do about it. Nothing. Have you seen Earl Spence? You see where he at? You see what his trainer said to him after he just got the win? He got right in his ear. He ain't waste no time. Fuck celebration. Look, back in the lab, we got to keep your focus and we're going to keep grinding. Huh? If you the next man on the list and you hear that shit, you got to find me too. Yeah, I'm over at the snack program. You damn right. Look, man, we got to bump this shit up, bro. You got something new? I mean, what's going on here? I need something. What's going to protect my chin? What you got that's going to keep my motherfucking orbital bones together? You see what I'm saying? Because this dude fucking up orbital bones left and right. So, I mean, if I'm going to get in there, he going to hit me in this shit. I mean, you see what Kell Brook did to me in 3 rounds? You think I'm going to go in there in 12 rounds just slug him up? And he ain't going to let up. He ain't going to get tired. He going to keep punching my motherfucking ass. Boom, 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 boom. How much of that shit you think Terrence Crawford can take? And how he gonna be able to sit back and really? Because nobody, and I put it out again. Anybody out there, I don't give a damn who you is. You put down in them comments. You let me know. Explain to me how Bud Crawford, this great motherfucker, pound for pound, he gonna beat Earl Spence. Somebody explain how it happened. I don't want to hear this shit. He go lefty, righty. That don't tell me shit. Tell me how he gonna beat the man. Tell me. Make me understand, because I don't get it. You know, Black Star done. Let's go from that point of view. Talk to me like that. Break that motherfucker down step to step. Guarantee you can't do it. I ain't heard one person do it yet. They've been making video after video after video after video. Bug it out. There's no concrete, no way of validating none of this. We're just saying he all these things, and because of that, he wins. No, he ain't never been on this level. He has fought no one on this level in his whole fucking career. Nobody. He struggled with Jose Benavidez. He struggled with Kavanaugh. You know what I'm saying? He went there and he had a war, and he struggled with Kell Brook for 3 rounds, a man who'd been beat from pillar to post, and Earl dispatched a long time ago. But he get credit for these wins like that, but that was 100% on point. Come on, man. This is the guy he gonna go on here with now is a fucking wrecking train, man. Man, when people go fight Earl Spence, and you know, they say, yeah, I favor Earl. But I'm telling you the real what I see and what I know now. Every time these Ugas was fighting Sean Porter, he was wow, he got all this. He got all this going on. He getting there with Earl. Mikey Garcia getting there with Earl. Sean Porter, everybody else getting there with Earl. Why everybody keep doing this high guard shit? Where the high guard come from? You know? Ain't nobody in here Marlon Saw. They ain't the Magic Man. All of a sudden, they trying to work that. Why? Because the incoming is just keeps coming and it keeps fucking coming. You can't think, you can't settle, you can't plot. And Bud needs all that. He needs all that. He's a pot shotter. I gotta catch you here. I gotta out clever you. But how you gonna out clever me when you gotta be worried about getting your own ass taxed? How you gonna do it? This ain't no average guy out here that don't have a beard. You're not just gonna be able to just, I dropped him. Yeah, you see what happened in the end? No, it's not gonna cover your tracks. All those things that and all those holes and all those weaknesses that you've been showing all these fights is gonna be fully exposed against this guy. This guy's tailor-made to whoop you. And you think I'm just talking trash? I'm gonna tell you, and I put it out there weeks ago. I put the 1 chip challenge against anybody out there won't pick Bud over Earl. Straight up, 1-on-1. Let's go. I got the chips and all. What you want to do?
Hey, somebody on Instagram said, where does the winner go from there?
With the Earl and Bud?
Yeah.
Oh, he go to 154. 154. And if it go the way I see it going, and what I hope to have happen is Earl go to 154. Jamel handle that business with Castano, which I don't know. Because every time I look at the replay of that damn fight, I look at him a little shadier and shadier. But I think he can still pull it out, and I'm hoping that he will. And if he does, he gets one undisputed at 154. Earl gets 147, they bring that thing back together at AT&T Stadium, man. I'm in the house. Don't nobody need Vegas, man. I'm tired. Everybody keeps talking about Vegas, man. Fuck Vegas. Vegas ain't good to us. This fight is for us anyway. If we not there, this fight don't do well no way.
Give me 1 second. I want to give a shout out to $1 Million Baby because I see they on the Instagram live. On our Instagram live, shout out to $1 Million Baby and her brother Hurricane AD for the coming #1 at the 90-pound female youth boxing amateur, and little Hurricane AD.
Yes, indeed.
In the nation at 60 for them while we can.
Yes, indeed. That's what's up, man. Congrats. Big deal, man. You know. But man, I think that's that right there is a mega fight, man. That I mean, think about it. Who would even think about Canelo? Because who could Canelo fight that even that can make a match that's gonna be on that level anyway in the boxing world? Who gonna talk about it?
So hold on. So you saying the winner should fight Canelo?
Nah, the winner should fight Jamel and Earl should go head to head AT&T Stadium for undisputed 154, undisputed 147 coming together at AT&T Stadium. That's what it need to happen.
Man, but Derek James said he don't want that to happen.
I can't help Derek James with that. I like Derek James. That's my dude and everything, and I think he's the trainer.
So if the trainer and coach are whatnot saying.
Uh-oh, man, he froze up. Yeah, I think he's saying because the trainer not with it, but I think it's just the best.
You there?
There you go. You froze up a little bit.
Yeah, it's man. The weather been tripping out here lately, man. It's Wi-Fi tripping, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So damn, what were you just saying, bro? We just.
Yeah, you were saying.
So we might not get that one. So okay, let's think more realistically. If the winner, Earl Spence and Crawford fight wins, what should be the next move? If it's Earl Spence, which I'm hoping is Earl Spence. I'm there. Source up in the. Oh shit.
I'm telling you.
It's my shit, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you though, man. A lot of people is thinking that it ain't possible, but I'm telling you it is. It's very possible. Think of the money that's up on this big deal here, man. Think about the money on here. Earl done already said if you make the money there, that can happen. Jamel has said it on the slide. They don't want to do it.
Okay, listen to this. Who did Jamel go get to train him for that fight?
Who we gonna get?
Who would he go get to train him for the fight?
He got to go around the shield. That's what
Okay, now listen to this. Say Ronnie, you left me before. You left me. I don't want to do that. So now where is he left to do?
That's a question. That's a question. Who could he work with? Who would be good for him? I mean, what's going to prepare you to fight Earl Spence? Man, that's a hell of a.
That's why even if I was Charlo, I wouldn't even want to fight.
But what if they getting offered Canelo money? How could you turn it down? You know, and you know how big that would be in the state of Texas and what that would do for their name and popularity alone. You know, that's more valuable than the money. I mean, because just the other day I'm looking at TV and I see Queen Ryan on a Gatorade commercial. For what?
Oh yeah, he's locked in. Yeah, sponsorship. He's locked in with sponsorship.
But do he fight? Is he a fighter? I mean, people offering championship fights to this cat, and he running from them. And you on Gatorade? Gatorade? I mean, I thought you represent champion. He ain't even got a damn Fruit Loop title. I mean, man, I don't understand. I just feel like
Somebody pulled some strings for him on that one.
Yeah.
Somebody pulled some strings for him on that one. Source up says
Earl Spence. That's everything. Earl Spence or even Bud. I would have took Bud because at least I know Bud is a gym rat. That would have proved it. You want to show somebody on that represents Gatorade that shows you that they work out real hard and they dedicated to that. You know.
Ooh. Source up hit us with a low blow. He said Charlo better worry about Castano or Fendora. I don't think Charlo got too much to worry about.
Fendora.
Source up with Fendora, bro.
Nah, but the Castano.
I'm not counting Fendora out, but bro, I don't really think he stand a chance, man. I think he takes the dive like Eric Lubin.
He gets hit too much. You can't get hit that much with Jamel, man. Even Castano, he got in there doing the Texas two-step every time he get touched on the chin. So the power was real, and Fendora ain't seen nothing like it. So I don't think. And plus, I ain't think he beat Jamonte Clark. So I ain't all over in arms over no Fendora, no way. What he did to Lubin, it scrambles me. I can't understand. How do you fight all these other guys on their way up who ain't never been to a certain level, and you fight a guy who's been on a level, and you fight him and you beat him worse than you ever beat anybody that you ever fought before? Somebody make sense to me on this.
I'm waiting. I've yet to see Lubin do an interview. I want to see him do an interview after that, since that fight has happened, and explain to me, or answer the question: was this guy actually hitting that motherfucking hard, bro?
Yeah, because he never.
Because it was. I don't like to throw speculations out, but just for the fans who don't know, for the people out there who don't know, it was no PED testing, no VADA testing for that fight, in-house fight. Things like that can really go down like that. It can really go down like that.
Unfortunately, the chances is there. But if you just look at it from that perspective, you don't even have to make an allegation, but you have to say mentally that something just ain't right there. How can you fight guys who are not on Lubin's level? And here Lubin was a guy who came back from a devastating loss from Jamel, climbed his way all the way back up to be the next guy to get the fight, basically. Worked his way back up to a rematch, like you want a fighter to do. Get there, fight this guy, and all of a sudden everything go wrong, and everything you've been working for since that loss is out the window.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Fendora, he got skills. I'm not saying that the guy is trash. We're not doing that. But I'm just saying it just looks a little odd to me that you can fight Jamonte Clark and you can't put him down. Jamonte goes in there and fight Garcia, and he catch him with a right, and that's the end of that. But then you get in here with Lubin, and Lubin catch you with some real pop, but somehow you manage to stay straight. Still, you right in there. And you ain't never been hit like that before ever, but you took it like a champ. Your chin is granite. Come on, man. Something just ain't adding up here.
Something ain't adding up, is it?
No, it's not. But it's gonna be exposed. If he get in there with Jamel, I don't think ain't gonna matter. Because if he catch him on the chin, it's nighty night, sweet prince. Because he fight reckless. He gives you a chance to hit him, and he ain't hard to get to touch. So with that combination and a guy that punches like that, he can't stay in there that long. I would venture or even say that he would get in there and mix it up a little bit, get touched up a little bit, and start backing up. All of a sudden, you start seeing him trying to use his range, stick away, and change his hold. Then you're gonna know. Well, you get to him. You make him change his whole fighting stance, like Earl did Ugas with the high guard. You go into protection mode, and still get your shit swole up and bleed for 40 hours. And you can't see the fucking 2 weeks later. They still can't see your eyeball. Come on, man. And you fighting like this. What would have happened if you had just let it down and went for it? And then they wonder why Earl has been getting knockouts like that. Because that's why he's fighting people who fight like that. Try to hit somebody who's trying their best not to get hit and block and protect everything, and that's all they're worried about. They're not worried about really trying to get at you because all they're trying to do is protect. And you trying to knock him out. Oh, it gets even harder to knock somebody out like that. You need a guy to fight you honest and really be trying to go for you to catch him. That's what Terrence Crawford needs. And then he come up with the pop, El Crowd Terrence, and that always saves him. But let him go in there with a guy who says, I'm not even worried about it. I'm just gonna make sure he don't hurt. Like Montiel did Jamal. So damn near 8 rounds. And people say, oh, he was impressive. Well, he didn't do shit for 7-8 rounds, and then all of a sudden when he threw a punch, oh look, he threw a punch.
Right.
They did the same shit to Earl a couple weeks ago. Oh, Earl Spence is hurt. Oh. Keep looking. Earl is punching him now. While you still oohing and on over something that's over there, we over here now, and your boy ass in trouble.
Right. Hey.
It's crazy. But I do, bro, I just feel it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what. It just makes me excited as a boxing fan. I think it's the best thing to happen for boxing if it does happen. No, I wouldn't like to see the guys go against each other because I know they buddies and all that. But hey, man, I mean, back in the day, he had to do that in order to survive. And because, they're not getting Canelo. They're not getting them big paydays. But you can create that payday for yourself without him. You see? Now you have that fight. Let's say they have that fight and Jamel wins that fight. You think he can't ask for Canelo now? How Canelo getting out of this one? What's his excuse? Well, he didn't fight him at 3 p.m. He should have fought him at 7. I mean, how many excuses can you keep coming up with? You're gonna have to fight somebody at some point, man. And the fact that he sat there and said, "You guys need to fight. Y'all don't have to depend on me. You guys can fight." Well, if they take your advice and they do that, they can erase you from your spot in the sport. And that's why I'm really rooting for them to do it. I think everybody in boxing should just leave him over there. Go on over to the UK. Fight over there. I wouldn't buy a ticket to your shit. So you can fight Liam's younger brother, Callum Liam III. What's the point?
Right.
Bivol. Now he got Bivol. I seen Bivol fight the guy from the UK, Buatsi. And Buatsi, to me, I thought actually beat Bivol. But he got the damn nod, but the fight was that close. But Buatsi is just coming up there, And here it is. That's why, I know for sure that's probably why Canelo said, yeah, I'll try him. Because he sure didn't pick Joe Smith for none of them cats.
Nah, he didn't.
A motherfucker that you crack and he crack you right back. When is Canelo gonna fight a guy that fight like that? He won't fight a guy that moves, slick and punches. Well, okay, wait a minute. We give him Caleb Plant. But how did he look for 8-9 rounds? Everybody they can't remember that. He got the stoppage. Okay, that's all that matters. Look at the whole fight. This is not the best fighter in the world. He's not. He's not the best fighter in the world. But you're going to keep giving it to him. They keep giving him things. He's not earning shit. They just keep giving it to him. Look at the resume, man. Look who he's been fighting since Triple G, man. Come on, bro. Caleb Plant is the best out there. And who is Caleb Plant for? And people criticizing Jamal. Hey, Jamal, he hasn't fought. He fought Montiel. He didn't this. He fought this guy. And he fought that guy. Well, dude, who? And among those guys, Caleb Plant is fighting guys that was on those guys' level, but all of a sudden he fights him and gives him holy hell. But for some reason, Canelo won't step his ass in the ring with that guy who earned that damn right 3 times, man. No, 4. He earned the right and he held it for 3 more fucking defenses for the belt. Then they got to the point where they was like, well, shit, what can we say now? Oh, franchise. We'll give him that belt because we can't keep him off your ass. You franchise now. People forget this. Come on, man. There's a reason for all of this. Why is it that when he trains with guys who fight like Mayweather and stuff like that? Why is he so worried about that? How has he evolved since the Floyd fight? Little bits and pieces of Floyd's game he took and put in head. You see head movement and stuff like that. Different stuff. He didn't have all that before. He's stealing this shit. And then he come out later on, everybody went, oh, he's just so great. But who is he fighting when he does it? Fight the cats that got the natural rhythm to stand there with you and go toe-to-toe. And when you move right along with you. And let's see if you can match the move with them 2 big ass them fucking club feet that you got.
Right.
And Caleb Plant proved it. If you keep his feet moving, he can't hurt you. If you let him stop and stand square and throw a hook, I mean, what else do you do when you with Eddie Reynoso? What else do he teach you? It's always the same fucking hook, uppercut. Oh, fuck, man. This dude's a genius. Fuck out of here, man. Ain't no high-tech skill here. This shit is basic. You think Floyd bullshit when he tell you the man he easy, man, he basic. He mean that shit. He mean it.
Salute to my good brother, PGH Big Dog in the building. What's good, bro?
Salute to you, good brother. That's indeed, man. I mean, that stuff just frustrates me to no end, man. I ain't never seen nobody piggyback off a fight years ago, fight nobody, but talk about everybody. Tell Demetrius Andre, you're a horrible fighter. You ran and ducked him at 160. He chased your ass all the way to 68, and he's fighting at 68 right now. You running 75. You still running, but everybody would act like he's just, oh, you're bad day. Motherfucker, you was chasing paydays too till fucking Oscar got you that goddamn crazy deal that you didn't deserve. And you ain't earned shit. And what is the benefits of paying you all this money? Has anybody seen it? We have seen the promotional company that gave you the deal fucking go belly up, roll over, and come back again. So are you even earning your money? Are you overpaid? Anybody ever talk about that? What is the numbers that validates this? He don't have Floyd numbers. We already know this. All they keep saying is he got Mexico. Well, most of Mexico is poor. Everybody ain't got that fucking bread like that either. So how much money is they spending? But they keep telling us as a black fan, baby, we don't spend no money. We look at the top 10 all-time greatest pay-per-view fights and everything like that, and all you see is us. But that's why I say, why have to fight in Vegas? For what? Have that motherfucker right here where it's supposed to be. And I ain't worried about no Atlanta, because that weird shit over there, man. Don't nobody want to go down there and see all them fucking weirdos, man. I ain't interested in that shit. Have that motherfucker right here, AT&T Stadium. Fill that big bad boy up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the motherfucking atmosphere kicking. When people walk in that motherfucker, you can cut it with a knife. That's what boxing needs. Boxing been starving for this for the longest. Canelo ain't gonna give it to nobody. So why revere a guy who ain't gonna give you that? What's the point, man? Mike Tyson fought guys, and when you walked in the ring, you're like, oh shit, whoa. That's the draw. You don't get none of that with Canelo. Canelo walks in. You're not talking to guys now about the Bivol fight. Y'all, man, we already know it's just an excuse to drink beer and go watch a fight. Exactly. Because you already know who's going to win. You already know. Ain't no mystery. Ain't nothing there. It's nothing that's going to really feed your passion for the sport by going to watch this guy, because you already know the outcome for his son.
Right.
I want to see his brother.
I agree with you. I agree on a lot of things that you're saying. It's just, it's sad that, we call this shit, bro. We call this shit. The shit is on video. We called this shit a year ago, 18 months ago. We called this shit. It's just real funny how things just really played out for Canelo, bro. It's like he stuck around. He had some of the fights that were, I guess, needed to be made to where it seemed like a path had just been laid out for him.
Yeah. He ain't got to do nothing.
It's like, I guess after the Danny Jacobs fight, I could say.
And go back
really
to
been,
the Danny Jacobs fight. And you see
Danny
Jacobs hit him with that fucking one hook, and he looked at him like, you're not supposed to hit me. Very odd moment in that fight. He hit him, wham! And you see it hold. You in a fight. You didn't know you was in a fight. You didn't get it on. And then all of a sudden, when he looks at him, Jacob puts his hands back in his pocket.
Hey, I feel what you're saying. But it's just like this, though. It's like, it seems like Canelo hung in there. He had some of the fights that were needed to be made, quote. And then it's like, a path was just laid down for him. He vacated 160 and moves up to 68. All of a sudden, Benavidez happened to lose the belt due to being 1 pound.
On the scale.
1 pound on the scale in the pandemic. And from that point on, the ball has just kept rolling. It's like Canelo called the WBC, hey, I need that belt.
Immediately.
I need that belt. And then instead of the WBC back in having
they 2-time champions who had never lost it in the ring.
Right. They never lost the ring. Instead of having Benavidez back and say, okay, did this, Canelo, you want that belt? You fight Benavidez for this belt. Y'all the title eliminator. The winner of the fight gets the belt.
Yeah, or instead of that, after you win it, you have to fight him next instead of fighting Yildirim. Yildirim. Yes, I said it. Yildirim. The guy who lost 2 fights before that fight. But you want to tell us that Jamal is not deserving because who has he fought? He beat every damn body he fought. He ain't coming with 2 losses. Come on, man. The excuses don't even make sense. But every time he come up with one, they just think, oh yeah, that's right. Canelo can just say, yeah, he can do it. Nah, man, what's up with this, man? Ain't no real boxing fans, man. And that's the thing I'm saying. They are all about an image and putting up this false persona of this is what this is. We're the best. This is it. Oh no, how about going out and proving it? Proving it. Because if it is so, then we're gonna all say that's what it is. That is just so. But if that's not the case, this is what the sport is for. This is what the competitors are there for. This is what the money's there for. This is what the venues is there for. The promotion, all this is put together for this. This showcase what is correct. Let's sit back and say, well, okay, well, you're gonna fight all these guys, but these guys over here, you're not gonna fight any of them. Any of them. David Benavidez, Jamel Charles, okay, Demetrius Andre, you know, I mean, through weight classes, he don't fight none of them. But he's an all-time great.
Right.
Did he fight the best fighters of his era? So how can you be an all-time great? As Tyson Fury did that. We don't even know what's in the heavyweight division.
I just think with Tyson Fury, he might not have fought the greatest, but the Wilder fight just really puts him. The trilogy really puts him on another level.
Yeah, it don't hurt him, and he did win it, so it's not like say he's garbage either. But I mean,
right, and it's
put him over.
And it's just like this. He beat the guy that nobody could ever beat. He beat the guy who nobody can ever beat. And
his punching power.
Hey, right. Listen, and he beat him twice.
Oh no, 3 times.
With a draw. So it's like I think with a lot of people and with maybe boxing fans, maybe a lot of boxing critics, that puts him on this just pedestal. Like nobody could beat Deontay Wilder. We knew this. Nobody could beat Deontay Wilder. He knocked everybody out. And then to see the guy who knocked everybody out get knocked out. Once, okay. Twice, that's like, okay. So I think it's like that fight, that trilogy really puts Tyson Fury on a whole other pedestal. So maybe he doesn't have all the accolades, you know what I mean, as a great champion, but fighting Deontay Wilder kind of puts him on the level like nobody else in boxing right now can fuck with Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can't beat the little brother, right? You know how you might beat the big brother. Exactly. You know? So I think you know Tyson Fury might be what they call grandfathered in.
Exactly. And the thing about it is so weird though, because he's so awkward and everything. It's like somebody like what was it, Waleem and them guys like that who you didn't think much of gave him big problems because they was awkward to him. You see, so it's like depending on the matchup, there's a guy out there that's gonna beat him that you be like, huh? Because it's just that way, you know. And it's funny how it works out that way sometimes, you know.
Right.
It's like Julian Jackson and McClellan. You know, Julian Jackson knocked everybody out. Get to McClellan, he just couldn't get over that one. That one guy that just got your number, he holding it in his hand and he just ain't gonna let it go. You know, he looking impressive and he demolishing everybody else. And that one guy just happened to have that extra little something to get him over that little hump. That's how he's been benefiting now. But you know, we saw him in there with Steve Cunningham, you know, a lighter guy who gets set down by him, you know, and if he didn't resort to a lot of crazy tactics, he might not have came out on top of that one. So you know, so you got to think about it, you know, it doesn't necessarily require a big guy to beat him or you know what I'm saying, who knows? But that's what the matchups is about. But that's why he's so in a hurry just to get out now. Just get out and walk his stuff, you know?
I think what it requires to beat Tyson Fury, I believe Deontay Wilder showed us bits and pieces of in the third fight.
Yeah.
One thing, the number one thing you guys to do is you guys to be able to throw a jab. Now, with Tyson Fury being so much taller than a lot of the elite boxers in heavyweight, at 6'9", 6'10", wherever he's at, that was the problem I believe that Deontay Wilder had, because Deontay Wilder was used to fighting guys that wasn't as tall as him or taller than him. So when Tyson Fury's reach came apart, along with weight, maybe I guess weight, the way he was able to hold on to Deontay Wilder and make Deontay Wilder, you know, hold his weight onto him. I think a lot of them things play a factor in the fight with that shit. So
yeah, because he looked totally
Go ahead.
He looked totally uncomfortable for like 4 or 5 rounds into that fight, you know. When you know, and until
right.
Until he hit him in that soft spot, that fight was not going well for Fury.
You feel me? You feel me?
It was like.
So I think Wilder kind of showed a little bit of the blueprint. You got to be able to come forward to Tyson Fury. You got to be able to jab. You got to be able to have a pop behind that jab to make Tyson Fury even recognize, you know what I mean, what you got going. Now the thing is, how long can somebody at heavyweight continue to keep popping? Because I believe after so long, Tyson Fury, he's gonna let you tire yourself out, or try to tire yourself out.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. I think guys like, I know it's going to sound controversial because he ain't looked so hot in his last fight, but guys who are like Efe Ajagba could pull an upset because he got the size, he's got the power, you know. And the main thing I'm thinking about when it comes to Tyson is, when I noticed when Wilder was jabbing him to the body and offsetting him, it was like he didn't have nothing, he didn't know what to do. And
that's what he did. That's what Tyson Fury did, that 1-2 back step. Mm-hmm. He did a 1-2 back step.
Yeah, and it created the space and it made him docile. And then that gave him Wilder the room to operate, to do the things that he wanted to do, and look pretty good at it. You know, people act like, you know, they don't want to give a man no credit for anything at all in any fight. It's ridiculous. Even the knockdown, the first knockdown could have been in the third fight. I mean, people don't understand how that fight, the trilogy could have been 2-1 the opposite way. It was that close. But when people talk about, he won, and you know, you gotta break that thing down and look at it all the way across. How can you also say that and then say that it was a great trilogy, but not give the guy who fought the guy in the fight, even though he lost, credit for the hard fight that he fought and the things that he did that was successful that made it a good fight? You know, it's like the thing you see the winner, so we just give him the accolades and we don't really break it down. You know, just like Earl with Ugas. I mean, Ugas had a few moments in there where Earl was some good shit. Earl ate it, kept coming. But instead of saying he ate it and kept coming, oh, he hit him. What do you expect to happen? This is a damn fight. You know, I mean, it's a legit fight. The guy's trying to win. He's supposed to land something.
The fight, come on. You said how long to the fight? What fight you talking about, Polo? Which fight are you actually talking about? The Shakur fight or Shakur fight come on tonight?
It's another fight nobody's even talking about, man. It's a shame.
They fought last night too. Hassan Rockman, his son. You talking about that?
Nah, I'm not even. I'm talking about Franchon Cruz Dazern and Ellen Cederos is fighting for undisputed on the same card as Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. They got 2 undisputed title fights on the same card, and they don't even have them as the co-main. I mean, how does that happen? How do you disrespect 2 people that's going for undisputed? And then you put a guy fight in after that that's nobody know these battles. And then you have your main event. Like that don't even make sense. It's backwards. It's disrespectful to do them that way. And nobody's talking about how great a fight that is. Like that's a reason to buy the pay-per-view by itself. Why doesn't it have its own event? It makes no sense to me, man. That's an undisputed title fight.
Well, a lot of it got to do with the zone, right?
Yeah. But one hit, I'm PBC, Al Heyman, somebody need to shake your ass. What's wrong with you, man? You need to get your ass involved in this woman boxing, man. Well, I done see Top Rank put woman fighters on there. Who's that? Michaela Mayer. They put her fight on there and everything like that. You ain't put Clarissa. You ain't put Franchon Cruz. I mean, what's up, bro? What the hell is going on? You know, got them out here floating around, hoping that somebody going to pay attention to him. Jake Paul got to snatch Amanda Serrano. Why you ain't did it already? I don't get it, man. It doesn't make any sense. Women's boxing is on an upward incline right now, and this is the time for it to go to another level. You got the fighters that's active right now that can push it to that level and make it a consistent thing. You got young ones coming up. Just talked earlier about the young girl, $1 million baby, right? 5-time national champion right now as you speak. It ain't done. This is what you got coming up. So I don't understand it, man. But yet they don't have one female fighter out there on any card, man. And I'm wondering right now who's going to be on the undercard of the Jamal Charlo Jack Selecki fight. Wouldn't it have been nice if you had that fight and you had just before that you could put this fight with Franchon Cruz and Ellen Cederos on the undercard?
They having that fight in Houston.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get some water real quick. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, right here in Houston, man. That fight coming up June 18th, man. The tickets just went on sale the other day, and I still haven't heard who's on the undercard yet. I'm wondering, but I mean, a fight like that would definitely make me interested in going to go see it. You know, I mean, the Earl Spencer undercard at AT&T Stadium was absolutely awesome. It was really, I mean, the whole night was good, was great, man. And we need the same thing here, man. I mean, who's going to be on that fight? Whose fight's coming up that they can stick on there, man? I don't even know. But I'm dying to find out. You know? And you think by now it will be announced, man. But I don't want to be no stuff where they just put a bunch of Mexicans on there and it's, you know, just Jamel on there. I mean, it's fine, but I mean, if you're just going to put any Mexican on there, just put any brothers on it. You know? Give us some respect sometime. We got fighters out here that's trying to, you know, make some type of move. Put Rashidi Ellis on there somehow, you know? Somebody else in there to fill out the card, man. Because, you know, they charging you the same to come to the fight. You know, the Majek Shalecki should not win this fight. I mean, you know, he shouldn't. So what else is going to make the night interesting? I need some more matchups on there that's going to be tight. I mean, they got to give something to the hardcore boxing fans, man. I mean, we need it, you know, and I like to see something happen because I feel like Texas can be, is a hotbed, but can be even more hotter if they attack this right now and catch it and catch the flame, like the flame while it's hot, man. Because that would just I mean, in boxing, man, you can talk about anywhere in the world. The hottest place in boxing would be Texas. Or none. Wouldn't even be close. That's a fight on a level that, I mean, Canelo Triple G ain't on that level. That's not two undisputed fighters. That's a level that Canelo ain't never been on. Has he fought a undisputed champ before? You know, I mean, there's things yet to be accomplished. But I keep saying Canelo, fuck, man. I mean, if anybody who fights him doesn't know what he does, it's beyond me, man. I mean, somebody tell me why Caleb Plant stopped jabbing in that fight when he could have just jabbed it on through and won the damn fight. Well, he might not have got the decision, but to those who know boxing who watched it would have been like, nah, yeah, they gave him the decision, but he ain't win the fight. You see, they're not letting them build none of those up. All of a sudden, he gets hit one time, and all of a sudden, you know, and it's not like Canelo didn't touch him a few times before that, and he took those well. But something about that one punch. Oh boy, come on, man, this dude ain't Mike Tyson. He's not Mike Tyson.
What I miss.
Yeah. I was just making the point about Canelo, man. How, you know, he getting there and fight with cats, man. Like Caleb Plant jabbing and all of a sudden he stopped jabbing. You know, I see Canelo hit him with a few punches on the chin. He take them, but all of a sudden in this one special round, he can't take that punch no more. Fight over. You know, I mean, I'm just tired of that, man. You know, fighters getting bailed out and people still calling them great without focusing on the fact that they was in trouble. You know, he was in trouble and he was frustrated. Caleb Plant had him totally frustrated. He was embarrassed in that ring, man. Canelo did not like being in there. He say what he wanted to say. He was rattled. Mentally, he did not have the advantage. But for some reason, unbeknownst to me, I cannot understand how a fighter who is in complete control of the fight says, I'm not going to throw the most important punch I got in this fight. I'm not going to use it anymore. Matter of fact, here's my chin. Ridiculous, man.
Here's my chin.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically, you stop jabbing and moving and stand still, put your chin out and wait. Oh. Ridiculous, man. I want to see great fights. That would have been great. And it would have looked more legit if he had to do a jab or something and Canelo had slipped it and came back and counted and dropped it. Then I would have been like, wow. Canelo made an adjustment. He came in, he attacked, and he put his ass to sleep. That's the proper conclusion. Not I'm doing something to you and you can't do nothing about it for the whole entire fight. Only time you're able to do anything is when I stop doing something. They ain't really proving nothing.
Right.
So that's why I don't lose count of that type of stuff. Because I want to see the great. When Gervonta Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz was putting some shit on him. He was hitting him with the jabs, blah, blah, blah. He was doing some good work. He was going for the win, man. So, hey, I came out of that fight with more respect for Leo Santa Cruz because of the way he fought Tank Davis. But Tank, he took his incoming, blah, 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 whatever, made his adjustment, calculated himself, and struck. Wow! Home run. Put that shit to sleep. That's the way it's supposed to be done. And then I had to give credit to him because he was having trouble. Something was a success for the fighter against him. He took it and flipped it on his ass and ended the fight. That's what you want to see. I don't want to see a guy stop and just all of a sudden allow you to do something now for some crazy odd reason when it's been paying dividends for him the whole fight. You know, that always going to smell funny, regardless of who the fight is. But like I say, I like to find out who the undercard is for the Jamal Charlo Magic Selecki fight. Because, I mean, like, Franchon Cruz has earned that fight right there. It would be great to put on the undercard or something like that. But they're not even looking at that. And that just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it at all. Why they won't participate in women's boxing makes no sense to me at all. This is the time to get in. This is the time to push it.
Yeah.
You know how many more pay-per-views you would have by including that and putting that out there if they back Clarissa Shields? And it's all about attaching yourself to the culture. That always is a recipe for success. All you gotta do is put on the card, man. All these feminists and all that type of stuff like that, it's got to draw the ears of them somewhere. For one of these fighters, women's boxing. You know, I mean, you got ones that have names now. The names are starting to fight each other, but they're not getting the proper recognition on stateside as they do in the world.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't get it.
Me either, bro. Me either. I don't get it either. But and this is another thing. Like, the Logan brothers, they kind of showed you like what they fight. Like, he paid them extra money and was able to give them extra money, and it's like he put them on a platform that nobody has put them on.
Look at Amanda Serrano. Look what she's doing today. Biggest fight of her career.
All behind Paul.
Offered it to Clarissa Shields.
Now you mean to tell me that boxing can allow a YouTuber, no disrespect to him, kid, because he ain't 40 yet. We gonna still call him a kid.
Yeah, most definitely.
Come up with one of boxing's best self-made promotions.
He did it, man. He did it. He sure did it, man. You got to give him credit, man. Take your hat off to him. You know, there wasn't nothing wrong about the way they did it, man. It was smart, calculated, and it breed results. And if Amanda Serrano wins tonight, beat Katie Taylor, the baddest thing that they say the UK has. And did anybody see her face when Amanda Serrano said she wanted to fight 3-minute rounds and go 12 rounds like the men? She don't want none of that. She don't want none of that. She don't want none of that. You know, but they run around here talking about the best. See, the best don't act like that. See, the best don't run from challenges. The best don't get uncomfortable. What do you mean? Going to fight at 7:45 and that's 7:30? Oh no, what's happening? They don't do that. It's whatever. I mean,
I'm looking this one up, bro. Who do you got on that fight?
I'm going with Amanda Serrano on that. Yeah, she primed and ready, man. And why Katie Taylor signed to fight that chick makes no sense to me at all. She ought to knew better than that. She ought to knew better, but she don't.
Oh shit!
She's taking that L today.
They talking about now. Okay, now Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz trying to sign a deal.
Well, they have to almost make Andy Ruiz fight him. I mean, this been rumored for like 2.5 years that this fight supposed to take place.
I think Ruiz wanted Wilder for real though, bro. Yeah, he actually called Wilder out, bro.
Yeah, he can get it. Put him in right after this fight. He can get it. Yes, sir. Sign him up. Man, ain't got a shot in hell, man. Ain't got a shot.
Oh no. I read it wrong.
Uh-oh. What is it?
They said the Luis Ortiz deal ends. Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr. WBC title chance.
Oh, it stops that from happening. But they already said that they wanted him to fight the winner, Joe Joyce and Parker. So
listen, I think Tyson Fury. I read something too the other day, and I overheard some shit. Tyson Fury said that he wanted Wilder or somebody to be able to fight for that WBC belt.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a way, they might be honoring somebody. Yeah. I guess who else could fight for the WBC belt? Can't be Joshua. He's already in talks with Usyk or whatever. So I guess the next best fighter will be Andrew Reese because Ortiz still lost twice to Wilder before.
Well, you know what? Let's start something, man. And this could be too. I can understand Tyson Fury's aim in supporting Wilder now because he needs Wilder to come back and do more to solidify his win. Where he don't really have to do anything. And Wilder comes back and wins that, fights the winner of AJ and Usyk and wins that make him look so much sweeter, don't it?
Yeah.
You see? Yeah. So that's his investment. I understand it. Well, at the same time, it's a blessing for Wilder because you finally could get AJ if he somehow pull it out. Or maybe even if he don't, you know.
And then it's also too, you can also say that Tyson Fury is returning the favor that Wilder returned to him. Wilder brought him up off his butt.
To an extent. I mean, it would be great that Wilder could get that and get undisputed, and at least solidify his legacy as well, and kind of clean up some of the stench that everybody's been shitting on him about fighting Tyson Fury. You know, it's wrong. I mean, I can give Tyson Fury credit, man, because he got his ass up, man. He got dropped by this motherfucking crushing ass puncher. He got his big ass up. He did it. But at the same time, man, they don't want to give him any credit for anything that he does, man. And that's the part that's frustrating to me because it wasn't all 100% Fury. Fury had some struggles in that fucking ring, and it was not easy. He keep trying to tell people this, but they not trying to listen to him. The shit wasn't easy, y'all. He's the second best heavyweight in the world. You know, he keeps telling them.
Tyson Fury tell you himself. When he's telling you he retiring, that lets you know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He done beat some shit out of him, man. That wasn't no. You ain't gonna get out of that damn ring taking them blows and not come out there with something. Shit. I mean, he done got set down a few times. I mean, in the last damn fight, when he got set down, he looked up. He couldn't believe it. You know, nobody took their lens and looked in and focused on his facial expression at that time. At that point right there, he was a defeated fighter. But you got to give Sugar Hill credit. Sugar Hill looked him up. He had that Emmanuel Stewart moment with Lennox Lewis against Mike Tyson. Get his ass out of there. You said you gonna let him hang around it? And that picked him up and it gave him what he needed. I mean, you know, you feel how you want to feel about Sugar Hill. I ain't necessarily a big fan, but he did the right thing there because he perked his fight up. He got him back out there, got his mind back right, and he got back on his game, went back in there and turned up the tide. And that's what you want in your corner.
Hey, at Sugar Hill, one thing I can say, he got Tyson Fury punching, bro.
I mean, what?
Maybe before Fury wasn't turning his hands over or something, bro. But
it's the mystery. If we can solve that, then we can understand what's going on. Because I tell you, man, I mean, I don't get it. You ain't hurting nothing. The guy have a whole fight with you, talk about how you pillow fisted, and all of a sudden the next fight now you're not pillow fisted at all no more. Who gets punching power just like that? Regardless of how you feel, you have to say to yourself, man, this stuff's don't.
Hey, he hit Dillian, man. That shit. It didn't even look like it. It didn't even look like it, motherfucking. Like it even phased him, bro. That motherfucker said, that motherfucker said, and then he pushed him. Get lay down.
Shut your ass down, 500 days.
Up and then he pushed him, lay down. And that motherfucker fell back, man. But it was just the reaction after the ref started counting. When he got up, he was perfectly straight, and all of a sudden, he pulled a Kell Brook and he just started diving to
it. Yeah.
He just started.
I was like, come on, man. You stand up, you had your equilibrium was stiff and everything. And all of a sudden he looked like he get ready to let you go back at him again. He stopped. Come on, man. You ain't want no more. He quit. All that damn laughing he did about Wilder. I still want Wilder to whoop his ass. I don't care. I'll pay to see it. So would. So would pay to see it, man. Hell, wouldn't that be nice if they say June 18th? You know, that's Juneteenth, right? Juneteenth weekend. Why why you wouldn't go ahead and throw Braun Bowman in there on a ticket, man? Have him fight somebody. He can fight him. Give him an easy touch. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Throw the fans a bone. You know? Shit, because I'm trying to figure out. You know, I want to go to this fight, but I need more on the ticket though, because Majek Selecki shouldn't do anything in this fight.
Right.
Should. But you know, who gonna be on the undercard? I need to know.
I don't know, bro.
Maybe Martin. You think Martin is fighting? What was his name?
The heavyweight Martin?
No. The little guy from Dallas. He wrecking. David Martin, Kevin Martin. What is Martin? Man. Yeah, boy, I tell you. Get a little older, your brain start moving a little slower sometimes. In spots. But yeah, because you know they said before that he might be on the undercard of the Earl fight, so maybe they take that fight and move it over there. June is a little while away, so you know. Dang.
Okay, who you got? You got Jesse Vargas tonight.
Jesse versus who?
Hold on, let me pull it up. Jesse versus Liam Smith.
Callum's brother. I'm going with Vargas.
Hey, I had that too. I had Vargas on my ticket too.
Yeah.
But they got Smith as
he's favored, huh?
Yeah, Smith favorite.
Yeah, they over in the UK, ain't they?
Mm-hmm.
On my betting sheet, he favored to get an ass whooping.
Okay, let's see. So tonight we got Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, man. Fine.
We got Amanda Serrano. Versus Katie Taylor. Who do you get on that fight?
I'm going with Serrano.
You going with Serrano?
Going with Serrano, and I'm picking a stoppage around the 9th round.
Let me see.
Katie been right for a loss for a little while now. She running out of time, and I think today gonna be it for her.
Hold on.
She done fought some tight fights with her last few fighters, man, and
okay,
you know,
fight starting at 4:30. We got so fight starting tonight. They starting there at 4:30. We got Joe Eli Hernandez versus Rashad Mahdi. We have Scott Nicholas versus Shaquan Davis. We have Austin Williams. Can Austin fight? Austin Williams. Got Austin Williams fighting Cordell Booker. We have Andres Cortez versus Alexis De La Bosque. We got Troy Isley.
Yeah.
That's who you was talking about, ain't it?
Yeah, he about to do his thing today.
Yeah, we got Troy Isley versus Anthony Hannon. Man, your boy Troy is heavily favored.
Yeah.
Heavily favored.
Yeah, he gonna put on the show today.
Raymond Martella versus Jeremy Hill. Leo Yafi versus Miguel Charnaniga.
I don't want to see no shit like that on the undercard of the Jamal fight. I don't want to see that. I ain't buying shit. If they put that shit on the undercard, I ain't buying shit.
Man, we don't know. Hey, listen, bro. I don't know none of these guys.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I ain't going for that. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. I just seen some good shit in AT&T Stadium. I can't come home to this bullshit. You gotta give me something in this fucking ring, man. I'm not. Golf Supreme versus Buckjoy Tin House. I'm not going to check it. No, I'm not even interested in the slightest. I can go down to the local steakhouse and see a better fight.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're gonna have Johnny Tenpenny versus Buckhouse Supreme. Something like that, you know. Man. They could do that. They need to beef that undercard up though, and especially. But I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight though. It's just on Showtime. But I mean, we gotta have somebody, man. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna fill it with Latino fighters. That's what they're gonna do. But whoever they do is somebody I'm interested in seeing, you know. But who don't have a fight coming up is what I'm trying to figure. Who could get in there?
So you say you like Amanda tonight?
Yeah, I got a man, the ninth round knockout. You know, she got experience and everything. I mean, Kay Taylor really just seemed like she just checks off the bounces everywhere and got the advantage in a few fields. I just feel like that's just going her way tonight. We'll see. But I want that Franchon Cruz Dezern Ellen Cederos though. And last year I did a video on that about that fight possibly happening, and it's happening. And I'm disappointed nobody's talking about it, man. Nobody really gave it no props. Man, I seen like just flipping through people's channel, nobody really said anything about it, man. I wish I had the time to go ahead and cut one on. I should have did it because she definitely deserves it, man, and she deserves everybody's support, man. I kind of got upset like the last time when she fought that damn half man, and her weave. Everybody just want to make a butt of a joke because they had a weave on her head. Okay, yeah, maybe she shouldn't have came in the ring with it, but still they should support her, And they ain't had to really, diss her because of that, Sister she went in there, she handled her business. She went in there, she fought a half man, and then the half man kept coming. She weathered the storm. Even the back against the rope, she still was outlanding her. They cheated her. Then they had to turn around and give it back to her because the chick was on PEDs. They took their time giving it back to her. So now she get it here again, but she get no publicity or anything for it. I think that's terrible. It's an undisputed title fight. How is she not? Even if you're a boxing faithful and you want to see women's boxing move forward, that's a fight that you should be trying to promote and put out to the forefront, because that's good for women's boxing. But they're not talking about that. They just talk about Serrano and Katie Taylor, which I understand it should get some publicity, but it should, this fight should have its own card as well. It shouldn't be on the same day. 2 undisputed title fights in the same thing, and you only talking about the one fight. And then have it not be the co-main. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind that, and that's disappointing. And that's when I look back at Al Heyman and say, man, that's where it's a need for you at. That's where you're supposed to pick it up and add something to the sport and make it better. This is an opportunity to do it. You keep sitting on these shoulders and they're not really taking advantage of it right now. That's just shameful in my opinion, man. It needs to happen. It needs to happen now. Carissa Shields need to be on a major platform, have major push behind her. Because, here it is, 2-time gold medalist, and the country's not backing her. What sense is that, man? No reason for it to even be happening that way. But that's the way that, they want it, man. But I like Franchon Cruz Dezern in this one. I think her boxing skill is just superior to Ellen Cederos. Cederos is a tough chick coming in, got some skill herself. But I just feel like when you look at that fight Franchon Cruz Dezern had, with that big old man beast that was just on and on and on. And if you can keep your head under pressure and still land and still score the better scoring shots, man, it says a lot to you. So she's good under pressure. That's what Terrence Crawford going to look like when he fight Bud Errol Spence, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. But I got Franchon Cruz learned winning that, and I think that's good for women's boxing. And I don't know where she stands contractually with the zone or anything like that, but if there's a possibility, Al Haymon need to go out there and get this sister, put it on his platform, and really start devoting some time to women's boxing. You know, he could have her, Larissa. He should have had Amanda as well. I mean, just imagine that. That's 3 female stars you had on your platform. You would be over top ranked, you'd be over the zone, just like that. They talking about Katie Taylor and Savannah Marshall, right? You know, it's a chance to leapfrog all of them. And as far as promoting, be the #1 women's boxing promotion, and you can put it in your title. I mean, that's going to be something. Women who, you know, because nowadays it's a split running around. Like you always see women wanting to get together and have women versus men, and you know, well, that's something fun for these type of people. They say, well, okay, well, I like that. I support women, so women boxing, I'm gonna support it. Now you're supporting boxing, bringing in new fans. Isn't that what they always trying to do? Isn't that why they always trying to appease the casual? What better way to do it? Right there. You know, but and then you just take and you add these things together, fighters together in packages. That who's following them can buy, who's following this can buy, who's following that can buy, all on the same, adds bigger to your pie. To me. So why they not doing it, I have no idea.
I'm trying to figure out. So you say Amanda, you like Amanda Serrano tonight, Jesse Vargas. Shakur.
Yeah, but man, Shakur, man. I'm happy for this dude. But now all of a sudden this week, man, Shakur Stevenson is not a black man any longer. He's Puerto Rican.
Hey, you know, I read something too that he said something about that, and he said that his dad Puerto Rican, and he's always told people that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess this is on a bigger platform now. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I guess, you know, somebody had made a post I saw on Facebook, but they were saying, well, now he's capping because he's trying to get the Puerto Ricans to support him, as if black folks ain't enough to support him. And we've been supporting him from day one. And we're not really the type of people that's really tied up about that type of thing, because hell, Tito Trinidad, we supported him too. You know what I mean? That ain't no problem over here. I mean, we aware that they're black Puerto Rican, but we don't really line up on things like that. If we like your fighting style, we're gonna support you. I mean, you know, it's just what it is. But you know, there's certain people. There's that element in boxing.
Like Danny Garcia,
like that. Exactly. Danny fights and ooh, that would be great. Put Danny on the undercard here in Houston. Yes. You want me to put my money down on the? But there you go. I would love to see Danny fight somebody. We've been on here talking for a while. What's next for him? What is he going to do? He ain't doing nothing right now. Put that man on the card, man. Hell yeah. Hell, I've been happy if he did this. Well, I guess not. Well, at least he could have went to 154, and then there would be the possibility of him and Jamel fighting after the Castano fight. You see what I'm saying? That would be a nice thing to build up. That would be good, you know, because Jamel gonna be in the building. You get to 154, you can start talking trash in his hometown right there. You promoting the fight already before he even get in there with Castano. Well, no, that's after the Castano. My bad. That is after the Castano. So if he beats him, that's a way to jump the line right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'll be in the crowd. Right? That's right. Yeah, Danny. No, look, man. You know, I'm instigating the fight, bro. Don't worry about that. Danny, just drop a little in the cash app. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. Everybody in that damn stadium be saying the same thing I'm saying. I guarantee you. We'll make it happen, man. You know, but that's another good fight that adds something to boxing. And And that's what
Hey,
he's trying to do, man. Especially a fighter like that, man. And at this stage in his career, 2-time world champion. He done some things. He, made some attempts to get back at 147. It ain't quite work out because of the guy who's up there, whatever reason, he can't get the Bud Crawford fight. He can't get that fight for nothing. And I'd like to see that fight too, Bud versus Danny Garcia.
man,
I would love to see that.
the Tank numbers went up crazy.
Oh yeah,
They got Tank minus 1250.
what? Damn, man, they ain't give Rolly nothing.
Rolly plus 550.
Damn. Yeah, but you know what though? It ain't gonna hurt to put a little cheese on Rolly though.
Nah, it ain't.
If you're a betting man, I mean, hell, you can bet a little something that you ain't mind losing if it come to that. But if you hit, shit, you hit big. Man,
We're looking.
yeah, they got the rolling. Yeah, but I'm a little concerned for Jamel in this fight, though, man. I really am. Look, I overlooked at that fight a couple more times this week, man. I know what he needs to do to really neutralize Castano, but can he do it? And is it what he does? It really ain't really what he does either, because he likes to fight flat-footed too. He likes to get off and land the power shots, and with Castano, that's kind of like playing into each other's hands. So I do expect it's going to be a better fight than the first one. But he definitely needs to implement that uppercut from different angles. He definitely needs to do that. He definitely needs to keep himself off, keep him from his back on the ropes. Don't take no steps back, man. You shouldn't be doing that. When he come forward and he leaning in and he bringing momentum, you got to catch him with that uppercut and turn him. You're going to have to get into some stuff like that for it to really neutralize him. Because he knows if he hit him, he can hurt him. He knows that for sure. I do believe he got shook up a couple times. I don't know if he was rocked, but he definitely got shook up by some of them punches that Castano hit him with. That's for sure. And that's something we haven't seen before, but that's what you want. You want that. You don't want your fighter to fight somebody that can't do nothing to him. You want to see your fighter go in there against some opposition that's going to present problems. You want to see your fighter go in there against that guy, endure those problems, correct it, and get the win. That's what you want to see, because now you're watching your fighter grow, getting better, moving in the right direction, not on the decline, not going there, start off, washing him, and then all of a sudden, 6th, 7th round, all of a sudden he's starting to get lacking, fading. The other guy's getting stronger, and he's coming on, and he's doing more things. All of a sudden, he's opening up his whole arsenal. It seems like the fight is just went the other way. And then at the end, he somehow wins because he won enough early round. You don't want your fighter to win like that. You want him to go on in and handle that business. And, whatever opposition comes to him, adjust himself, endure it, correct whatever mistakes, secure the victory. That's what you want. Then you can say, okay, my fight, now he's ready for the next challenge because he beat this one. He got this one. They don't do that with Canelo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we're going to always talk about him because he always talk about he's the best. He said right now, nobody can do anything to him right now because he's in his prime. Nobody can do anything to you because you won't get in the ring with them. Prime or not. The hell are you afraid of? I ain't never seen this. I mean, I don't understand it. Oscar Valdez, he wasn't in no hurry to get in here with Shakur Stevens. They almost forced him to get in there. They tried to make it, well, Canelo probably did it because Canelo is in his camp and he was pushing him out there to it.
So who you got? So give me your thoughts on the fight tonight. You got Shakur.
Yeah.
How you got Shakur winning?
Yeah, Shakur gonna take him into the 9th, 10th round. He may get the stoppage, but if one thing's guaranteed, he's gonna get the points victory for sure. He may stop him because Shakur showed me a different animal in that last fight. I mean, he was mean, he was nasty. He showed decent power. Now, you coming in, getting caught by one of these shots that he catch you with, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a good thing for you. You ain't going to want to eat too many of those. So if he's not able to do that, coming in with something, shoot that hook on the chin or the uppercut in there, and, you know, hey, man, it might stop him, you know, knock him out. It could happen, you know. But at the same time, you got to give Oscar Valdez credit. He got a nice pop, you know. He's consistent, you know. They're always saying he's a warrior. He's a warrior. You hear that all the time. That's fine, but he ain't fought nobody like Shakur Stevens. So we're gonna see just how much of all that he is. And it's good that it's happening. He should be happy to take a challenge like this because these are the fights that you want to fight in your career. You retired, whether win or lose or draw, however it turn out, man. You know, these are the things that you talk about when you're done. You know? And you come back and you say, yeah, man, I fought you with this. Oh, man, you fought you? Yeah, man, I fought him with this. Did like this, that.
Yeah, so you're right.
It's all respect, you know?
I want you.
All respect. Hey, Basement, your mic, bro.
Yo.
Your mic.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I gotta run real quick.
It's good. I got you, bro. No problem.
Hey, so you said you got Shakur stoppage. What round?
Yeah, 10th round.
I'm gonna go with 8. I'm gonna go with 8.
I'm gonna go with 8.
Tonight, let's hook up tonight and call play-by-play or do an after-party show.
Yeah, let's do an after.
That's cool. We do an after-party show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching a few at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to place these bets in before it gets too late.
Yeah, that's
I thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for coming out, Black, PH Beach Dog, everybody. I gotta go. Peace.
All right, my brother. Salute to everybody.